guys, I got a custom boat to go over with you today. This is one of our Gators Camps. Now, we've been building this camp blind for 20 years or so, but this one was built 22 feet long. We normally build them 18 foot long, and you basically have added another 4 feet of cockpit space, of blind area space to this boat, making it 22 feet long. So this is made to hunt 6 people easily. You can hunt 6 guys out of this thing easily. And I just wanted to go over some of the features and options that this gentleman put on this boat. Now, he added this brush rail system around the back, and that allows you to brush it up high. You can attach brush up high to kind of hide this open area of the deck in the back, but also acts as a little bit of a tow rail, if you will, to kind of see where you are because you drive from back here. It's got a Mud Buddy HDR 5000 on the back of it. These big boat, big blind, it takes a lot of horsepower to move them. So if you're hunting a small impoundment, you're only going 1/4 of a mile, you can push this thing with a little 23. If you're going to put it on the river and try to push 5 or 6 guys, you know, several miles down the river, you're going to want more horsepower than that. And that's what he did. He got the bigger 5000 HDR motor, but you basically stand back here and drive this. Also come around on the back deck over here, you can see he's got a propane box here, and that propane box, it does just what it says. It hides a 5-gallon propane tank, and then that propane tank has plumbing that goes down in here and splits off to 3 different spots. You can put 2 Mr. Buddy heaters on the front wall and just have those turned on, or you can put you can have a stove on the drop-down stove shelf in here and just turn that on and cook breakfast and stuff in the blind. He's got some backup lights right here on both sides for reversing and throwing out decoys and things like that, which is a great feature. We leave enough room here to get in and out of the boat from the back in case you're waiting, getting in and out of the boat, picking up ducks or putting out decoys and stuff. The door in the back here opens like this. Now, these are an option. I personally am not a huge fan of these flip open doors. The reason I don't like them is because whenever the ducks are coming in and they get where you want to shoot them and you say kill them, well, everybody has to throw these doors out and then stand up to shoot. And by the time you do that, if they have any kind of wind at all, you've kind of given the birds a chance to catch a little wind and backpedal, and your 25-yard shot or 20-yard shot's now a 35, 40-yard shot. So I'm not a huge fan of these. Some people like them. This gentleman felt like he could use them for that as well as some other things he planned to use them for. But they pin and they come off. If he decides later that he doesn't like them, he can always take them off and then brush them in the way that I usually suggest people brush them, where you brush them up this way with brush and out this way with brush, and let those two meet in the middle. And that closes that gap down the middle for you, and you can stand up through that grass and brush and shoot without giving them a warning that you're coming. So different strokes for different folks. We make options for these things that sometimes that I don't use myself, but other guys like to use them. That's what we'll do. We can make them for you like that. So let me have that camera, and I'm going to walk through this boat a little bit for you. So coming inside the boat here, storage for days. So this has a huge bench across the back, and this bench across the back is not necessarily made to sit on to duck hunt, though you can sit back here. But when you sit back here, you got a long way to clear this thing to get out from underneath it. I guess if it was raining, something like that, you could get back underneath this lid and sit here. But most of the time people will put chairs out here on the edge, even with this lip right here. So when it's even with that lip right there, that's about where you want to sit and tuck back underneath it and hunt. Shelves on all the doors. This is the drop down shelf to cook on with the propane hookup right there. Your switch box, you can reach from the back deck just by simply reaching in and turning on all your lights. It's got courtesy lights on the roof here as well as underneath those shelves. It's got 3 separate doors to push open so that you don't need any help to push them open. If somebody's sleeping on one end and ducks slip in on you, you can push your own doors open. Shelves here, and then you go out on the front deck. You got some life jacket storage and things like that in there. Removable spotlight kit. Of course, spud poles, spud this thing down. This blind comes with brush pipes all the way around it, so you can add additional brush. It's just top of the line, man. These things, if you have some place to hide, some trees to get into, you're hunting a river, something like that, you can pull up into a willow brake or an oxbow in the timber or something like that. It's hard to beat hunting out of this. It's so comfortable. Anyway, guys, just wanted you to check it out before it left. Here's to a happy duck season to everybody.